In this tutorial, we are going through another financial maths exam style question. It is quite an interesting question, and we are going to work on 3 questions that they can ask from this scenario here. So that's what we are going through in this tutorial. Hi guys, Eva here from Bright Young Brains. So yeah, this is an interesting scenario. Shout out to Yusra. Hi. So it says here on 1 Feb 2018, Yusra took a loan of 82,000 from her parents to pay for her studies. I think she wants to go study her PhD. So instead of just, letting her parents pay for the studies, she wants to pay them back because she's that brave. Wow. Hectic. So it says here she will make her first repayment of 3,200 on 1 Feb 2019 and continue to make payments of 3,200 on the first of each month thereafter. And then it says here, thereafter until she settles the loan. And then it says her parents are charging interest at 15% per annum compounded monthly. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. So it's basically a scenario where money is loaned out and it's going to be paid back monthly. However, the first year there was no repayments being made because she was still studying, not yet making a lot of money. But then because she's like getting a PhD, as soon as she gets it, she's gonna be loaded. So anyways, the first question says calculate how much Yusra will owe her parents on 1 January 2019. So what we want to take note of is that the loan was taken out on the 1st of Feb 2018. This is when the loan was taken out. And we know that on the 1st of Feb 2019, that would be a full year later, a full 12 months later. With our question though, they said we should calculate how much she will owe her parents on the 1st of January. So on the 1st of January, that is clearly 1 month before a full year. So in our question, right, if we are going to work out how much she owes, the one thing we want to take note of is that within this first year, there are no monthly payments being made because it says there she's only going to start paying it back on the 1st of Feb 2019. So these 11 months there was no repayments being made. So the one thing to take note of is that the number of payments that have been skipped, if we can put it that way, is just 11 payments. So N is going to be 11. There we go. So the one other thing is that we know that this money, which is 82,000, is going to be gaining interest over 11 months. So our value for P is just 82,000. Our value for interest is just 15% over 12 because they said it is compounded monthly. Furthermore, we know that our value for A is what we're looking for. There we go. So we're going to throw all this into our compound interest formula and then just work out a value for A. So if we throw all this into our formula, we are getting the 94,006.79. So for this first question, this is all that you needed to do. The one thing to take away from this question was that when we work out the number of payments that we skipped there, we just need to consider how from the 1st of Feb 2018 until the 1st of Feb 2019, that's a full year. However, we need to work out how much the loan has accumulated to after 11 months only, because that's until the 1st of January 2019. So that's what we need to do for this question. And now we're just going to jump into 2 more questions that they can ask for this same scenario. And those 2 questions include things like how many payments she needs to make to cover the loan and what her final payment on the loan would need to be. So in this financial math scenario, the next question could easily ask us, or rather the next question is asking us, how many installments of 3,200 must she make? And that's a 5-mark question. So we need to work out the number of installments. Now, working out the number of installments. Firstly, we know that this is a loan, so we should be thinking of our P formula.